everybody. I would like to welcome you to our panel today. My name is Karen Downy, and the members of our group this morning are Reverend Linda, Susan Jarboe, Linda Baker, and Kathy Cronin. And before we get started, I usually open with the serenity prayer. That seems to be my go-to prayer. So if you'd like to just take a moment wherever you're at, sit down, lay down, just relax for a minute and connect with some stillness. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Okay, for today, again, my favorite thing is to pick a card in the morning. And my card, once again, is from the 7 energies. And willing release. And the picture is absolutely beautiful. There's a little butterfly, and I forget what they call those little flowers that you blow and everything just scatters. But it's very beautiful. And that's about releasing, huh? Let it all go. So, this is great. I had it turned to the wrong page, and I'm going, wait a minute, this says the land between. That isn't what my card is. So, this is going to be a surprise for me, too. Willing release. Key concepts. Yielding to a divine plan. Releasing attachments to form, especially if something isn't what you expected or wanted. Leaving room for serendipity. I love that. Thank you, God. Some days you have to let go of your struggle to find an answer and focus on other things for a while. This doesn't mean giving up altogether or losing anything. Remember that in co-creative partnership with the divine, give and take is necessary. You do your part by setting your intentions and taking any necessary action, but you must surrender to the form, the timing, and how to your higher power. There is a divine plan for each of us. When acting on this faith, you may find that your intense desire for something translates into a feeling of attachment and entitlement. Right now, you can immerse yourself in this experience and allow the divine plan to unfold as it will on your behalf without interference. Can you be open to receive what is yours, even if it's not packaged in the form you thought you wanted? Perhaps if you look deeper, you will see that you've received the perfect vibrational match to your most authentic wants and needs. You have put in the work, defined your desires, and felt them deeply and engaged your higher power. Now you must let go and see what transpires. This isn't always easy. Impatience erodes the foundations of your trust in the divine. Surrendering truly will serve your highest good. Knowing this truth in your heart, can that really be so difficult? Before I say anything, I'm just going to open this up to my panel with that question. Can it really be so difficult to let go?
Well, I will answer that question, Karen. For me, yes, it is difficult to let go. I'm a controller. I want to control everything. And it's like, even though I trust and I have faith and things, that I feel like there's still a part I have to play. There's a part that I need to be involved with to do the thing. So that willingly releasing, it's like, okay, if I feel I've done my part in what I have to do and I can release it to the higher power to take it from there, then I can let go some of it. But I'm that kid that still wants to hang on to, I still want to hang on. God's going, let go of the string. Um, I just feel like I'd lose everything if I just let it go. And there's that fear and anxiety, but there's things I'm starting to recognize that I can't change. I can't move that mountain behind me. That it's sort of like knowing that there's a place and a time for things that I can do, like the serenity prayer is just knowing that, the things I can change, do what I can do. And then I have to let it release it. And it's sort of, I heard recently that our country is in what this psychologist determined is that we're in hopeless despair, is that we're feeling like there's no hope. We can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. So it's like a book study that I did about Hell in the Hallway, Light at the End of the Tunnel. It feels like I'm in this, you know, escape room and it's dark and there's all these twists and turns and I don't know which way is going to get me out. So if I just sit back and relax and just go, okay, there's a divine plan that's at work and I have to trust that. So it comes down to trusting that there's something greater than me. And so that's what my thoughts are on that is, yes, it is difficult for me to let it go.
Thank you, Kathy. Who would
I
like
can
to go next?
echo what Kathy said, um, because the difficulty I have in surrendering is that issue of trust. I'm still thinking of the things that might go wrong, uh, how this might not work out. I'm less inclined to try to control things for myself, my ego, but I want to work on 100% surrender. I think there's always a little part of me or a piece of me that isn't uh, on that boat. I had a friend once, we were talking about, I I said something, well, what what do you talk to God about? When do you ask God to help you with a decision? I said, for example, suppose you're in the grocery store and you're deciding which loaf of bread to buy. Do you invite God to be a part of that decision? And her answer to me was, of course, all the time. And so that really made me think, because it would not have occurred to me to invite God into that particular discussion. So I appreciated, what you said in this subject because it really helped me develop some insights. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. Linda.
Okay. Well, I kind of have to throw a little humor into this to tell you the truth. I'm not a controller, and I do very good at letting other people control me. And I guess that's what I have to let go of. I have to let go of the people that are controlling me. Okay. And really in surrendering, uh, it is where you really get your answers when you truly surrender, when you give it up. There's a creativity that blossoms. Um, it, I guess, through imagination, uh, just you want so much to hold on to it, whatever it is, but there's absolutely no way you can, and you've got to let it go. And that's when you realize that it's not your will that'll be done, it's God's will that's coming through. And whatever it is, it is. And hopefully your eyes are open enough that you'll see what happens as a result of that. It kind of makes me think, I know when my dad died, it really touched me a lot. And in my prayers, I said, what can I do to tell the world how great this man was? And the answer that came back to me says, you are evidence that the world is a better place because he was part of it. So I surrendered into that. That's my take. Thanks for the question. Thanks for the pulling that card out.
Thank you, Linda. Reverend Linda.
Thank you, Linda. That was beautiful. I appreciate you sharing it. This is a good topic. And the answer to the question is, it's as hard as I make it. And when I recognize that I'm not letting go, I'm not surrendering, I'm not in that place, I need to ask myself why. And sometimes I feel like it's legit, and I need to tie up some loose ends or make amends or finish closing a door on something before I'm ready to release and let go. For me, the process is so much easier if I don't fight it and resist it when I recognize that, okay, it's time to release this. If I find that I'm hanging on to it, then I bless it and look at it and see, why is that? And oftentimes it's because releasing it means this door is going to close and I'm not ready for that. So I may take the time to go get ready, to go make ready. I know that I will let go, release, and surrender, and my life will be better for it. So knowing that, why don't I just do it? And there's an answer, because I don't feel complete here, or because I want to see how this turns out, or whatever it may be. I with grace and ease allow myself to complete whatever it is that I've got hanging, because I want to surrender. I want to let go. I want to move forward and see what's next. And I do have great full trust in God, in the divine, in myself, and in the process. So when I find that I'm still clinging to something, if I beat myself up, oh, I'll never get it right, or whatever, I make the whole thing worse. But if I stop and say, okay, let's take a breath. What is mine to do? What is it that I need to release to be able to fully surrender? So that's my take on it. And thank you for the topic.
Thank you, Reverend Linda. I think, the older I get, it's shoot from the back pocket. I do not know of anything in my life that's planned from the time I get up to the time I go to bed. It is for me, it is about surrender and letting go, because everything, and there's a little prayer, everything I thought I knew, if I'm holding on to it, I'm not ready for a new experience. I'm not ready for new information. And we are living in such a time where what we thought, or what I thought, speak for myself, was my foundation, my beliefs, I'm finding out were not really very accurate at all. And for me, it's kind of exciting to wonder what's next. And it's not about a political fix, a religious fix, a friend fix, a new job fix. It's about settling in to my authentic self. Am I ready to face that? Am I ready to pick the wrong page to read so I can just shoot from my back pocket? I love it. I love it. I don't have to be something for anybody other than myself and my babies and my cats. They're chill. They don't care if I feed them at a certain time or whatever. They patiently wait at the end of the bed watching me. The eyeball stare. And I don't know that I don't see a light at the end of the tunnel, but I know that there is a divine higher power, God, source, divinity, that has created this beautiful, beautiful world. We're the ones that have screwed it up with our egotistical thinking, black and white thinking, right, wrong, all of those things that separate. And I'm just really on a kick now of anything that separates is not of the divine. It's not. And a lot of stuff is coming to the light that is going to be shocking, that is shocking for many. And that's okay. Maybe we'll be shocked into our senses and get back to simplicity, back to our living from our own intuition, trusting our own intuition instead of what somebody says we should be doing or believing. None of that really worked too well. I think back to childhood, and it was like, or school. I was never taught to think for myself. It was whatever came out of a book or whatever the nun said or the teacher said. My dad's good one was, don't do what I do what I say. Never until the last few years have I taught to think for myself. My thought always was around fitting in to whatever. So I really like, if we don't let go of everything, internally, externally, then we can't create with our divine a solid foundation of moving forward in this unknown world that we live in. And so I can be the change I want to see. And maybe that change is doing nothing, not having expectations on myself or anyone else. And not hanging on. If I'm hanging on to the old, I'm not ready for the new. So does anybody want to add anything else to letting go? Yes, Susan.
The plant that you showed us at the beginning, when I was a girl, we called them grandfather dandelions.
Oh,
Because those are the dandelion seeds, and that's why dandelions are so prolific, because those seeds go everywhere.
oh, thank you. Because I never would have thought of that. I don't even know if I ever really knew the name. I just knew that as a kid, I think we made wishes.
Yep.
And so now is such a beautiful time to see and build a new foundation out, not up here. We're not going to think our way out of this. It's that journey in to the heart, the unconditional love, our heart energy. Kathy.
I was going to say, Susan, thank you for bringing that up. I always knew when you showed the picture that those were dandelions, they were the aftermath of the flower. But what a great picture to do, knowing it's the grandfather one, because it was the ending of that life of that flower. And you're right, we used to pick those and blow them and send that out. So it was a great photo or picturing of releasing. You just send that out there and it's going to spread those seeds and create more dandelions that we're going to have to pick out of our yard. But that's such a great thing. But now I'm glad to know that it's called grandfather dandelions, because all I remember is those were the dandelions that we'd wish and send them on their way. So pick that dandelion, blow on it, and send those wishes off into the universe.
Absolutely. And it's that letting go. It's okay to let go, to make room for all of the abundance and good that's coming in, which is getting back in touch with our divine nature. We've gotten away from that. So, okay, last call. All right, I'd like to thank my panel. It is so good when we get together. I love doing this. I love doing this with my friends. And for those of you out there that are watching and tuned in today, I'd like to invite you to join our panel. You would be in for the ride of your life. Try something new. You don't have to say anything. You can just join us. The energy it's so good and it's so healing. And we're all stepping out of old shells, moving into new ones. So we're getting our little flying wings to get off the ground. So if you have any ideas of something you'd like to hear, please, there'll be links at the end of the video that you can tune into the church. If you'd like to make a comment, please make a comment, because we'd love to answer. I'm not sure who answers the comments that come in. Maybe it's Reverend Linda. I'm not sure, but it would be very, very fun to listen to some of your comments on any of the meetups that we do here together. So thank you very much for being a part of our panel today. And until the next time, signing off, let go.
Thank you for joining us, and let's stay connected and grow in spirit. We are on Facebook. Search for Unity Church of El Cajon and follow us and like our posts. You can reach us on YouTube at Unity Church of El Cajon. Please subscribe to our channel, watch our videos, and leave comments, which can help us improve. We are on the web at unityofelcajon.org. Email or call our church office to receive our weekly newsletters, which lists all of our activities and opportunities to learn and grow together.